Born to a wealthy plantation owner in South Carolina at the beginning of the 1800s, the Grimke sisters grew up with a first-hand understanding of the horrors of slavery. Sarah, the elder sister, rejected the idea of slavery from an early age. When Sarah was 12, she became godmother to her baby sister Angelina, who followed in her sister's radical way of thinking. Although entitled to a life of comfort and luxury, the girls spoke out against slavery, drawing on their Christian faith as well as their logical reasoning for support. Although they were both somewhat educated, the girls desired more knowledge, leading Sarah to secretly read books at night and participate in debates with her brothers. Only because of their unique upbringing would the sisters be able to have such a powerful effect in their later lives. In 1818, Sarah's life took a dramatic change when she accompanied her father to Philadelphia for his health. Unfortunately, her father died there, but Sarah had gained something, a connection with the Quakers, whose ideas fascinated her. Eventually, Sarah moved to Philadelphia and joined the Quakers. Angelina followed her sister in 1829. Even though the girls admired the peace and devotion of the Quakers, they wanted to go beyond that and create radical change. The sisters read about abolition and attended the Female Anti-Slavery Society, which often invited violent opposition. In 1835, Angelina wrote a letter to abolitionist William Lloyd Garrison, praising his condemnation of violence and his firm beliefs. He published the letter without her permission and unknowingly launched the sisters' public career.
After publication of their letter in the newspaper, the sisters were deeply involved in the abolition movement, with Angelina always taking the lead. In 1836, she wrote a pamphlet, an appeal to the Christian women of the South, in which she urged her audience to use their moral force against slavery. Under the support of the American Anti-Slavery Society, the Grimke sisters began to address small groups of women in private homes. This practice grew naturally into appearances before large mixed audiences. However, soon the ministers of Massachusetts issued a pastoral letter in July 1837, strongly denouncing women preachers and reformers. Thereafter, the Grimke sisters took upon themselves as their duty to advocate women's rights. Their lectures at the Boston Hall in the spring of 1838 attracted thousands of people. Despite facing all sorts of opposition, the sisters continued their efforts by publications like Angelina's Appeal to the Women of the Nominally Free States and Sarah's letters on the equality of the sexes and the condition of women. The Grimke sisters were the first women to openly address a mixed audience on the controversial topic of slavery and women's rights. They set new standards for the roles of women in public, as they were the first women to testify before a state legislature on the question of African American rights. They paved the path for women's rights campaigns, proving women were capable enough to contribute to the society if given equal rights. The Grimke sisters are significant to American and women history due to their countless contributions towards racial and gender equality.